Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I will be sharing with you a few tips on how to survive online classes. I hope you enjoy this video and it will be helpful to you. If you have not yet subscribed, remember to subscribe and also hit the notification bell so you will be notified when there is a new video for you to watch. Alright guys, so we all know with the pandemic going on, majority of us will be at home having online classes. We may not be at home alone, we may be at home with our parents, our siblings, other family members, and it may be distracting. So the first tip that I would like to share, so tip number one, is to try and create a designated study area. So this area can be in your room, a little corner in your room. It can be around the dining table. It can be, if you have a spare room, you can use that spare room as your study area. You just need a desk and a chair and get your things that you will need and set up that area, right? So this area should be somewhere that is comfortable, somewhere you can focus on your schoolwork when it's school time. So you don't want to be somewhere that there's a lot of traffic and distractions. So you don't want to be somewhere that a whole heap of people are walk past in your house and every minute you have to look up, or you want to be somewhere that you can focus on your work when it's time for your work. So also this area should be clean and tidy, because if it's clean and tidy, then you know that whatever you want for class, when you want something for class, it would be easy for you to find. So you won't have to be a run up and down and look to find something, want a pen, yeah, look for a pen. It will be there. So if you want a pen, you can take up a pen. If you need a maths book, an English book, whatever book you may need, you will know where to find it. So you won't have to be all over the place. You will be organized. And that will help you also to be focused and ready for classes, right? So that is tip number one. Tip number two, setting your timetable. So for persons like university students now, I can tell you, if you know you can't wake up a morning time, do not pick any 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock classes. Since you have the chance to pick them, make sure you don't pick no 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock if you know you're not a morning person, because I am telling you, you are going to miss those classes. Guys, I am telling you this from experience, because even since this class started for me like 2 weeks ago, and I am telling you, I had an 8 o'clock class, and when I woke up that morning, it was 10 o'clock. It was a 2-hour class and I woke up exactly 10 o'clock. Like, who does that? I have a 8 o'clock class and 10 o'clock me just wake up. So you know that me miss every single thing. Do I know anything for that class right now? No, I do not. I'll have to watch that video over and over and over just to catch up, because I missed the class, which is not very fun. Make it worse, it was a statistics class, so say missing that, last. I am so lost in that class now, so I'm advising you, please do not miss your classes. At home or less at home, you may be, some of us will have to get up earlier because we'll have to help out around or whatever around the house. But if you know you can't wake up early, leave those classes alone. And you do not want to miss your classes. So this is another tip. You do not want to miss your classes. The reason for this, remember that we are having online classes, right? So if we miss our classes, same like face to face, if you miss your classes, yes, it is recorded, you can watch the recording, but can you ask question when you're watching the recording? Who are you going to ask? There will not be a teacher there. You will basically have kind of a limited amount of access to your lecturers or your teachers. So you want to be present at the class, and you may not know anyone in the class, because when you would be at school and you know say, yeah, you can mark somebody face and you say, yeah, you know, say that girl that in my class. When you're at home, you may not know the person's name and you're only seeing their name. So who are you going to ask? Who are you going to know to ask? Sometimes you may not be able to find the lecture or access the lecture. So you do not want to miss the class. You want to be present. So you know, say, yeah, if you do not understand something, you can ask. Another tip, ensure that you ask a lot of questions. Yes, if you were shy like me and don't ask questions in class, now is your chance to ask questions, because you're online. You don't have to show your face. You don't have to be raising your hands. You just need to type a message and send. The easy 1, 2, 3. So everybody now go turn around in a class and I look on you, because you're not in a class, you're online. So if you don't understand something, ensure that you ask, because again, you're online. So at the end of the day, if you're online and you don't understand and you don't ask, how are you going to know? When that teacher leave, you may not see them back until the next week, and then you may forgot what you wanted to ask them. How you gonna ask them? So ensure that you ask a lot of questions. If you never used to ask questions, ask enough now, because when you're at the class, when you leave that class, you may not get back the chance to ask that question. And some of us, as university students who have office hours, we do not attend those office hours. Majority of us don't attend those office hours. So take the opportunity to ask those questions and get your answers, and ensure that you understand, because basically you will be teaching. Yeah, you have a lecture, but it's like you're teaching yourself. So you need to know that you're in a position to help yourself when you do not have access to a lecturer or a teacher to help you. So you need to be able to help yourself. All right. So other than the timetable, you need to set a daily schedule. So that is tip number 1. I will leave a tip on already, but I'm going to say tip number 3. So set a daily schedule. So whatever you set your timetable as, ensure that you set a schedule around your school timetable. So yeah, call a little family meeting and say, hey, I have class at this time. I have class 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. So I won't be doing anything 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and 3 o'clock. That is my time to study. That is my time to focus, and I do not want any distraction at that time. Then you're going to put times in place. Maybe you have a sibling that you need to help, because they also may have school. So what you'd want to do is you want to set the schedule around your timetable to ensure that you can be present for your class. And you also want to ensure that if there's anything for you to do, because you're at home, yeah, especially if you're at home with your parents, they are going to want you to be doing things around the house. So you are going to want to balance your timetables so you have time to do other things, right? So yes, do not procrastinate. That is another tip. Do not procrastinate, because remember, now we are online, we may have to do a whole lot more reading by ourselves, because sometimes the lecturers may not be there as how they would be able to work out the things on the board for you, especially if you have maths and stats scores like me. They will not be able to work it out fully on online class. No, they won't. So even if they work out a little part, you still need to put in that extra effort so you can get the work done. Because trust me now, them teachers say them done enough. So if you don't know and you get left behind, you just get left behind. So you want to ensure that you are keeping up. You do not want to be procrastinating and you not keep up. You want to ensure that you are keeping up with them so you do not fall behind and have a whole lot to catch up on, because you will be basically teaching yourself, right? So that is very, very, very important. So you guys need to ensure that you do not procrastinate. Yes, you should. Another tip is you should have time for you to relax. Relaxation time. Don't pressure your head with no schoolwork every day. So in your daily schedule, ensure that you set time for maybe a movie. Maybe you will not be going out as much because of the pandemic, but ensure that you set a time. Maybe, all right, this hour I will be watching a movie, or I'm going to catch up on one series within this time frame. I'll be doing this in this time frame. So you do not want to be focusing on school alone, because you will go crazy. You know, I'm mad. Especially if you're a university student. Let me tell you, if you focus on book alone, you might not have no use to the degree when you done, because you might mad. You might go crazy. You might not have no use to the degree. Or when you're the bright sparks, you're we mad. I am telling you. Right? So ensure that you have really relaxation time. Ensure that you have time for yourself to just relax, rest your mind, and be ready for another day. So not just 24/7-year-old book. Your rest is very important. Your relaxation time is important. So you need to have these things where you can say, yeah, all right, have these things in place. If you need to find one little 500 and go buy some snacks and something and say, hey, on my relaxation time base, if you don't have nothing else to do that. Whatever makes you comfortable, you need to ensure that you are not just working, but also relaxing and taking care of yourself, because you cannot use a degree if you're mad. What you gonna do with the degree? Who is going to employ a mad person if you come work at a big company after you spend so much money for your degree? So it is very important to get your rest and find time for yourself and not just for schoolwork alone. So another tip is always try to stay one step ahead. As I said before, this is online we're talking about, not face to face. You do not have where you can run go and say, or even if it's not office hours, you can run go and say, miss, I never get this, or miss, I never get that. So try it. You will have to, and I'm saying especially to university students, you will have to. If you never used to read, you will have to read. You have to go read. So if you never like read, ensure that you like reading now, because with how these classes are going online, you will have to do a lot of reading on your own. As them say, university more, as they always say, you need to read for your degree. Now is the time when you need to read for your degree to pass those courses. I am telling you, you will need to read. So ensure that you are one step ahead. Ensure that you are one step ahead. Always try and be one step ahead. It will help you in the long run. Exam time, it will be helpful. You will have a pile of work because the workload is really heavy. Majority of the time it is heavy, so you won't have everything piling up on you at once. You will have breathing space. So if you read little, read throughout the day, as they always advise, even though majority of the time I do not do it, is to at least study 3 times a day. Not 3 times, 3 hours a day per day. I do not really do that, which I may have to start doing. So I advise you to start studying at least 3 hours a day. It doesn't have to be consecutive hours, but try putting it in a little every day. Oh yes, before I forget again. So a next tip is to ensure that you are eating properly. All right, so it is important, like very, very important, to eat properly, especially if you have a morning class. So get up, look about your breakfast, have a healthy, nice breakfast to start your day. So this will help you to focus more. Well, as you always hear, you can't learn from hungry belly. So ensure that you're eating properly. Also, imagine, right? Imagine you get up for one class early, and you don't look for any breakfast. Especially if you get up late, you don't look for no breakfast. And you would just say, all right, I'm gonna eat some snack. Or even if you don't get up early, whenever, you just eat some snack. All right, me just eat a snack. And you eat a snack, and you have a 2-hour class. You eat a little banana chips or something, and you have a 2-hour class. In like the middle of the class, your belly just start rolling up. Your belly just a roll. Because you're hungry. Because you're not eating nothing and you have a 2-hour class, all the hour pass, you're not focused on class no more. You have focus on food and your belly. You're not focused on class no more. So ensure that you're eating properly, because at the end of the day, you may not eat nothing and just get a snacks. And you get up and say, oh, I don't have time to look for nothing because I have class now. So you get up and you get a next snacks, which don't work. So you have to get up and get a next snack, which it's not going to work because you're hungry. You did not eat anything. So you're not focused. Oh, you have to focus when your belly roll in the class, even if it's online. You have to focus on food. So you need to ensure that you're eating properly and you can focus on your work. Alright, so let's see. I think, yeah, that's a lot of tips for today. Final tip I would, oh yes, guys, yeah, university don't have one degree. Come on. AR6, you know, give away one person a year pass. You will have degree for everybody. You will take a degree for everybody. Why do you degree? There's not one degree. So you don't have to be mean with your work. You're online, you have other friends that know maybe they are good at maths and you are good at English or whatever the course is. So right, you can help out. If they don't understand something, you can explain it. You know, if you either say, oh, I'm not give my work because you're gonna get more than me. Oh, I'm not give my work because you might get more than me. Like, really, there's degree for everybody, so you don't have to be mean with your work. At the end of the day, going to university, you know this, at some point you will need help somewhere. So if you can help somebody, help them. You don't have to be mean with your work, because if them pass, that means you're gonna fail. So if you can help someone, help them. Right? You know, if you say, oh, I help a girl, you know, come on, not even start up a tree, no mean again. If you can help, start up a drop off a tree now. If you can help someone, help them. Because at some point, you will need help too. And maybe that same person can help you. You may never know. So you don't have to be mean with your work or then something there. Like, experience enough person decide say, hey, they not help you, or even if you ask them, you have some person who just, hey, like, they don't share, they just buy themselves all the time. If you ask them something, even if they know, they will tell you that they do not know. Guys, do not be like that. We all need help at some point. So if you can help somebody, help them, right? And finally, final tip is to stay connected with your friend. Communicate with them, especially if you're doing the same courses. Link with them still. If you can study via over the phone, study. If you can keep each other's company over the phone while you study, if that is how you get your work done, then study with them. Stay connected with them, because maybe you can help them or them can help you with something. Maybe they did a course that you are doing now, or maybe you did something that they are doing now. So stay connected with your friend. Don't, not because you're at home don't mean say you can't talk to your friend them same way, or you not have time for them. If you even send a message and say, hi, how are you? So try your best to stay connected with your friends, right? And yeah, because yeah, at some point you may need assistance. Maybe they know something that you don't know, because yeah, it's over the internet. They might see something that you don't see and need you to tell them or them to tell you. So try and stay connected with your friends. If you can study in group, as I mentioned, studying, another important thing that I was forgetting. Know how you study. So some people know how you learn, know how you study. Some people have to read out loud to understand what they are reading. Some people have to read in their mind. Some people, they have to be seeing it visually. Some people have to watch a video. Some people, there's different way in learning. So ensure you know how you learn. Suppose you have to read to somebody to learn. Ensure that you know that. So if you have teddy bear in your yard and you have to read to them and teach them, like when you have their dolly house when you're small, do that. If that is how you learn, do it. So ensure you try to figure out how you learn. And also another very important tip is, like, some people may learn, their brain may be more active in the night. So some people study in the night, some people study in the day. So not because your friend has study at night means that you have to study at night. Maybe you work better in the day while they work better in the night. So you need to know how you learn and how you study. Maybe you work better in the evening while they are a morning person. You do not know. So you need how they study while they do not know how you study. So don't, because my friend has studied in the morning, me need to study in the morning, or because my friend has studied in the evening, me need to study in the evening. You need to know how you learn. So those are the last two tips. So it is know how you learn and work based on how you learn. You will be more productive that way, right? Because if you do not study well in the morning and you try studying in the morning, you basically won't learn as much as if you had studied in the night or in the evening, while other persons may not learn as much in the evening or in the night. So you need to know how you learn and work based off that to get more things done, so you are more productive. So that is very, very important for you to know. Also, as I said, stay connected with your friends, and I really encourage that, even if it's to send a message and say hi. So stay connected with your friends, know how you study, designated study area, eat properly, set a timetable, set a daily schedule, ask as much questions as possible, do not procrastinate, spend time relaxing, etc., etc., etc. So these are my tips for you. I do hope, my God, rain coming out. So guys, you may not be hearing me because it is raining. So guys, once again, yes, it is. If you hear rain, it is raining outside. It is pouring. All of a sudden, sun gone, and now it is raining. So yeah, Portland, that is just how it goes. Well, sun we hot now, and then rain just start falling. Anyhow, as I said, I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it helped. I hope it was helpful to you. I hope that these tips you will use and they may help you to be more productive.